Hello children, I am back with the new topics of this lesson. Lesson number 3, our changing earth from class 7 geography. In the first part of video, we have seen about the lithospheric plate, movement of lithospheric plates, what causes the forces on the basis of which the endogenic and exogenic forces, and we have seen the endogenic forces. Endo means inside, genic means origin, the forces where they generate or they originate. So in this way we have seen the endogenic forces like volcano and earthquake. Today we are again going to recap at the beginning of this lesson the same things what we have learned but in different manner, and after that we will be learning about the major landforms, in which we will study about the work of river, work of wind, work of ice and all. So let us understand about the introduction of this lesson once again. Let us understand our changing earth. The introduction of the lesson is
Introduction. The lithosphere is broken into a number of plates known as the lithospheric plates. These plates move around very slowly, just a few millimeters each year. The movement of the earth is caused either due to exogenic, originating externally, or endogenic, originating internally forces. Endogenic forces sometimes produce sudden movements and at the other times produce slow movements. Sudden movements like earthquakes and volcanoes cause mass destruction over the surface of the earth. Introduction.
So in this way we have seen the introduction of lithospheric plates. The earth's crust consists of several large and some small rigid and irregularly shaped slabs which carry the continents and the ocean floors. These broken pieces of the lithosphere is called as the lithospheric plate. These plates move around very slowly, like just a few millimeters per year. The movement of these plates is due to the movement of the molten magma which is present inside the earth, as I have already told you about this. The molten magma moves in a circular manner inside the earth. We have studied the activity regarding the same. The movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the earth, and because of these movement there are changes occurring on the earth. The earth movement further on the basis of these forces which cause them divided into the two forces, the endogenic forces and the exogenic forces. Endogenic forces, the forces which act in the interior of the earth. Endogenic forces, they produce sudden movements as well as the slow movements. Slow movements results in the earthquake and volcanoes. They cause destruction over the surface of the earth. Endo means inside, genic means origin. Exogenic forces, let us understand. Exogenic forces that work on the surface of the earth. Exo means outside, genic means origin. Let us watch one graphic regarding this. Endogenic forces, sudden forces, earthquake, volcano and landslides. The diastrophic forces like the building formation of the mountains, earth movement, the erosion and depositional, they are also on the surface of the earth. That's why they are exogenic. River, wind, sea waves and glaciers. So let us understand once again their endogenic and exogenic forces.
Endogenic forces are those which are inside or beneath the surface of the earth.
They are inside the earth.
And exogenic forces are those which are on the surface of the earth.
They are acting on the surface of the earth.
This causes two types of endogenic forces.
Forces cause two types.
Slow forces and sudden forces. Slow forces, as you can see, cause the formation of mountains.
We can see here they cause
This
the
is how
formation of
the
mountains.
Himalayas were formed. Sudden forces result in volcanic eruptions and earthquakes.
Earthquakes.
Now, exogenic forces act on the surface of the earth, and these are visible to us. For example, the movement of wind, rivers, and sea waves change the surface of the land. Mountains become plateaus over time. Rivers erode mountains to form valleys and plains. So, we learned about how mountains, volcanoes, and earthquakes result from endogenic forces, whereas exogenic forces erode mountains over time into plateaus, plains, and valleys.
So this is what about the endogenic and exogenic forces we have studied in the through the video. So volcano, it is explained here in endogenic forces. Its volcano is a vent opening in Earth's crust through which molten material erupts very suddenly. We can see the pictures. Let us see about
Volcanoes.
volcanoes.
The eruption of solid, liquid, and gaseous material through the opening in the earth or vent is known as volcano. The molten rock or magma forces its way through a narrow vent. When the magma reaches the surface of the earth, it is called lava. Types of volcano according to the nature of lava are shield volcano, cinder cone volcano, composite volcano. Types of volcano according to eruption, are active, dormant,
volcano,
dead. The volcanoes which had been erupting in the past and are silent now are called extinct volcanoes. Example, Mount Aconcagua, Argentina, Mount Kilimanjaro,
in
Tanzania, Mount Kenya, Kenya, and Mount Chimborazo, Ecuador. Effects of volcanoes.
What are the effects of
The
volcanoes?
lava outpourings can have advantages as its pourings can provide fertile soil. The red soil or the
These are the effects of volcano. The red soil or the volcanic terra roxa of Brazil is the best for
volcanic
coffee
terra
plantations.
roxa of Brazil is best for coffee plantations. The hot springs and geysers of the volcanoes.
Yes, due to volcanoes, this also happen. The hot springs and the geysers of the volcanoes are used in Iceland in their heat houses.
Are used in Iceland in their heat houses.
So let us study about earthquakes. That we have seen video of volcano. Now let us learn about earthquakes in detail. When the lithospheric plate moves, the surface of the earth starts vibrating. These vibrations can travel all around the earth, and these vibrations are only called as the earthquake. The place in the crust where you can see the figure here in the image given, the place in the crust where movement starts, it's called the focus. The place on the surface above the focus is called epicenter. Vibrations travel outwards from the epicenter as waves. The greatest damage is usually closest to the epicenter. The strength of the earthquake decreases away from the center. Earthquakes cannot be predicted, but impact can be minimized if we take proper precautions. Yes, we can take proper precautions, but this cannot be predicted. Some common earthquake prediction method used by local people include studying animal behavior. Fish in ponds get agitated, snakes come to the surface. So this is the information about earthquake. And let us study about how it is measured. Earthquake is measured with machine called seismograph. The magnitude of the earthquake is measured on the Richter scale. An earthquake of 2.0 or less can be felt a very little one. Okay. An earthquake over 5.0 can cause damage from things falling. A 6.0 or higher magnitude is considered very strong. A 7.0 or higher magnitude is classified as major earthquake. What preparedness can be done when an earthquake occurs? Before that, let us study about the types of earthquake waves. There are three types of waves of earthquake. First is P waves, or that is also called as longitudinal waves. Second is S waves, that is known as transverse waves. Third is L waves or surface waves. So I was talking about that earthquake cannot be predicted, but whenever it will happen, some preparedness can be shown. We should not get panic. What things can be taken into consideration? That is, those things are: where to take shelter during an earthquake. Where to take shelter? That is also an important question. So we should go to the safe spots under a kitchen counter, table or a desk, against an inside corner or wall. And we should be stay away from which places? We should be staying away from the fireplaces, areas around the chimneys, windows that shattered, including mirrors and picture frames. Be prepared. Yes, we have to be prepared, very well prepared for that. Instead of getting panic, we must have patience, and even amongst our family and friends, we face the disasters very confidently. We should face it confidently. So let us watch one video regarding the earthquake.
Earthquakes. Earthquakes are tremors produced on the surface of the earth by forces inside the earth. An earthquake originates from its focus several kilometers inside the earth's
As it was discussed earlier, an earthquake originates from its focus several kilometers inside the Earth's
surface,
surface,
and the
and
vibrations
the
or waves
vibration
radiate in all directions.
or waves radiate in all directions. Please watch
The
properly.
point on the surface directly above the focus is called the epicenter.
This is epicenter. The point on the surface directly above the focus is called epicenter.
The tremor is first experienced at the epicenter and then the shock waves spread in a circular direction.
Yes.
Change in animal behavior, agitated movement of the fish in the pond,
This is the way we can predict, we can say that something is happening or something is going to happen.
and snakes' movement to the surface are
Surface.
some of the common earthquake prediction
These are
methods.
the common earthquake prediction methods.
Seismograph is the
This is the
instrument
seismograph,
used to measure the
instrument used to measure.
intensity of an earthquake on the Richter scale, named after the inventor C.E.
Yes, on the Richter scale, he was a founder of this seismograph, C.E. Richter.
Richter. An intensity of 3 on the Richter scale
This chart shows the intensity measured on Richter scale.
may be a mild earthquake. An
See, first is insignificant, 2 magnitude very low, 3 magnitude minor, 4th magnitude moderate, 5th magnitude intermediate, 6th noteworthy, 7th magnitude high scale. If the earthquake is of 8 and above, far reaching, 9th and above outstanding, and 10 is extraordinary. So these are the magnitudes of earthquake to measure
intensity
on a
of
Richter
6 to
scale.
8 can cause severe damage on the surface. Earthquakes occurring in the seabed become the cause for huge waves called
Yes, this is another form of the earthquake which is occurring at the seabed. Seabed means at the down, under the sea, deep inside the sea. They become the cause of huge waves and they are known as tsunamis.
tsunamis, creating havoc in coastal towns and harbors.
So this is the way we have studied about the earthquake. So in this lesson, I have tried to cover the topics which I have already taught you and through the video resources. I hope this will be helpful to you to understand and recap the topics, recap the terminologies very well. I shall see you in the next video with remaining topic of this textbook of this lesson. Till that time, take care and bye bye.